A stretch of cold, some of it record-breaking. Wichita has been under that freezing mark for more than 100 hours.
Brandon Stitt tonight with a look at how this cold snap compares to some of the worst on record.
There's no question if you stepped outside the past few days, you felt it.
It just takes your breath away.
Lots of layers.
Yeah, I think I have 4 layers on.
Lots of layers.
Your car felt it too. From repair shops to tow services, they stayed busy.
From coolant to transmission fluid to engine oil because of seal and gasket failure.
Fuel is freezing, your fuel filters are freezing up.
The most common types of issues:
air pressure lowers, and you could end up with a flat tire before you know it.
First responders were also busy.
The crews have responded to several medical calls, cold exposure calls specifically,
while organizations provided shelter and warm clothing for the homeless.
We're trying to do all that we can to make sure that they're safe and warm, and we've also, like the blankets that we get donated, we've been trying to get them out as fast as we can to them.
It's safe to say that we have had record low temperatures and some of the wind chills during this latest spell, dropping 40 degrees below zero. That's not something that we see very often here in Kansas.
As we look back in the record books for this Arctic chill,
for only the 8th time since record keeping began in Wichita, we had 3 consecutive days where high temperatures 10 degrees or colder.
Out of the woods just yet. More sub-freezing temperatures are expected by the end of the week. We'll also have those details coming up. And most schools will be back in class tomorrow after an extra long weekend, so you'll want to plan accordingly.
Brandon, thank you. The extreme cold has caused car problems, leaving auto repair shops seeing an influx of cars coming in for various problems. A local shop has seen nearly 50 emergency appointments for cars not running right in the cold. Problems range from leaks, as you heard earlier, battery issues, and sometimes more severe problems. AAA saying the roadside crews have lots of problems on the road since this cold snap started.
Dead batteries, flat tires. Our emergency roadside service crews have been really busy since this really cold snap of Arctic air came through late last week.
With more bitter cold expected again Friday morning, stay up to date on your vehicle's maintenance. Get your vehicle checked before the next cold snap hits. New tonight, warming your car can sometimes lead to a situation like this. The Russell Fire Department posting these images from a vehicle fire yesterday. The truck's a total loss. The department says you should always check your vehicle when allowing them to warm up. Cold weather can cause malfunction, sometimes leading to fires in extreme cases like this.